Now if you've watched my previous video on mobile game ads, then you can definitely see how it's weird. Well, ever since then, from the course of 4 months, nothing's changed. In fact, there's more now than there was before. Here to present you the Ad Sensical study, or ADS for short. Anyway, let's get into the video. Now the first ad we have is from Raid Shadow Legends, the game that every YouTuber is sponsored by several months ago. But now it's uncommon to see someone sponsored by them. That didn't stop Raid from pushing out more advertisements though, so here's one of them.
I have wandered all the world, searching for you. Sacrifice for me, and I will show you all.
Okay, now first off, the production value of this video looks good. I mean, the camera placement, the quality of the environment, all looks good. Even the costume design looks good to a certain extent. The reason I say to an extent is because it's bait. Now don't get me wrong, if you're baiting with something that's actually in the subject, I see nothing wrong with that. But if you're baiting with something that looks completely different in-game, and the purpose of that thing was solely for more clicks, then I don't agree with that. Plus, if armor is supposed to protect you in battle, what's the purpose of this? Like, it's barely doing anything. Last but not least, the video is getting a lot of hate, so I guess others aren't liking the ad too much in this case. The next ad we have is from a game called 1943 Squadron. From the image on screen, I'm sure you thought this was an arcade-style dogfighting game where it takes place in World War II. All that's true, but for most of the ad, it has literally nothing similar to the topic of the game. Just see it for yourself.
Download now.
That ad was weird for multiple reasons. First off, the live action video had nothing to do with the game. If I were to show you the live action video without the game, you probably wouldn't even know that there was a game. Heck, the only time they showed the game was for a second on a phone that could have been edited. Like, do these people understand that if you put unrelated topics in your ads, and someone downloads your game, only to see that it's not actually the game, they most likely won't play for that long. But I think I know why they did this. It's because without the thick girls in the video, no one would click it. They even put a whole different title in the ad than the app itself. The ad is called 1943 Squadron, while the app itself is simply called 1942. Guess he time traveled or something, because that ad clearly says 1943. This ad is from an app called Likey. This ad is different from the others I've covered since this one's not a game. Anyway, let's see the ad.
Likey?
Jesus Christ, what did I just watch? There's no way I'm playing that whole video, it's just too much for me. Well, from what I've shown you, this app is basically TikTok. I know some of you might think that they're doing this because of the possible ban on TikTok, but that's not the case, as this ad was posted on May 26th of 2020, while the TikTok ban was in talks around July and August of this year, making this ad a practical clone of TikTok. While I personally don't like the ad, this is probably the best one so far. They showed the actual app instead of unrelated videos to get more clicks, thus making this ad okay. Ooh boy, this next ad is a weird one. This ad is from Kiss of War, a game I've covered in my previous video on this topic, mobile game ads are out of control. On that video I showed an ad that was strange in nature, as it was literally just 80% butts. Like, I'm not even joking, just butts. Anyway, here's the next ad.
Girl in uniform, oh, me likey. Oh, look at that, got blue hair, oh, so nice on her. Oh yeah, there we go. Ooh, you can treat me anytime, girl. Anytime. Oh, blowing me a kiss, hell yeah.
This ad is weird more for the guy than the game itself. Now don't get me wrong, what it's showing for the game is strange, but what the guy is doing is on a whole nother level. I mean, this dude's thirsting over a video game character, on camera. Now this is an ad at some point, but it's not showing up anymore on videos, so I guess they're not putting it out anymore. There's not really anything else I can say than what I've already said, so here's the transition. I'm really surprised that this next ad is still a thing. The ad I'm talking about is a Fortnite V-Bucks scam. This ad's been on YouTube for over a year now, possibly even more. The ad usually has some guy showing his V-Bucks increasing, although they never show how they did it. On top of that, they usually have the worst acting ever. Just take a look at this.
The Fortnite V-Bucks are already generating onto my account, guys. This is the most absolute incredible website that I have found because no other website is actually legit. So let me go ahead here and open up the item shop. And I'm gonna, let's go ahead and purchase these items. Yep, purchased. And as you can see, I'm spending these V-Bucks like it's nothing. Like, I got these completely for free.
Does he really think buying something would prove that this scam was true? I mean, he could have bought himself and started recording once it went to his account. Honestly, if you see a website claiming to be giving out free in-game currency, ignore it. Only buy in-game currency in the game you're buying, not on a third-party site. The next ad is from a game called King's Throne, Game of Lust. Just from the title of the game, I know this ad's gonna be strange. If you don't know what lust means, the definition is a strong sexual desire. You already know this will be an interesting one. Okay, well, that ad wasn't exactly what I expected, but either way it still doesn't make any sense. At first, since it says that people didn't have money for treatment, I thought it'd subtract the amount of money you had in-game if you helped your sister. That's not the case, since if you don't help, you're gaining money as if you didn't have it. The only way I could see this making sense is if the protagonist saw the money on the floor or something, and had to make a decision on what to do with it. I can't believe I had reason to make this ad make sense. Let's go to the next ad. Ooh-wee! This next ad makes me question if you're able to advertise anything you want on this site. Before any of you see it, it has some spicy content, so if you don't want to see it, skip to this timestamp. The whole duration of that video is 26 seconds. There's no way I'm playing that whole video. From what you saw, this ad was way too much for YouTube. Since it was an ad, it got zero repercussions. The original video was blurred less than the one you saw in my video, since if I didn't blur it, I'd probably get my video age restricted. This video already has 1 million views at the time of me recording. I'm really surprised that this is still up for 5 months now. Goes to show you can post anything as an ad. The last ad for today is one promoting botting. Only that it promotes botting on Instagram. Obviously, botting is against the rules, but YouTube's still allowing it to be shown on their site. Here's the ad. First off, what exactly do you gain from doing this? I mean, if you have botted followers, what are you going to do, brag to others? I've seen people who've botted their following count, and usually it goes like this. They have a really high following count, usually more than 1,000. Their posts get unrealistic traction, like a high favorite or like count, but they have no comments. If they do have comments, it's usually some weird gibberish that doesn't make any sense. If anyone watching is planning on botting subs or followers, don't do it. It won't help you in the long run. Sure, you have a large following count, but do you really want a large following count who aren't even real people? It's way better to have feedback from actual people than sit somewhere with a bunch of bots who don't even talk to you. Okay, well, you reached the end of the video, but I still have a few things I want to say. First off, how much I'm going to post. For the time being, I'm probably not going to post much as I have lots of schoolwork to do, but don't worry, I'll still post as much as I can. I'm targeting for at least once a month. If I don't do it, you'll probably know why. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, I hope you enjoyed, and peace.